Hi, my name is Morgan Dawson, and I'm a senior majoring in agricultural sales and marketing within the College of Ag. I was able to serve as a member of the AFA Student Advisory Team, which is a board of 9 student leaders from across the nation who have participated in other AFA programmatic activities such as AFA Leaders Conference or some of the leader institutes that are offered by the organization. Basically, we serve as the student voice and student leadership for the organization, and we give a year of service to AFA, where we travel one weekend out of every month for a year to either Kansas City to plan for Leaders Conference, which is our big event that we do and that we're in charge of, is facilitating that Leaders Conference for around 600 delegates. But also we may be traveling in either Indianapolis or Denver, Colorado, for instance, to visit with some of our industry partners and show them our appreciation. I've really enjoyed it. So coming out of high school and have been really involved in FFA through high school, and how that was how I developed myself as a leader. I was kind of nervous that I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to find an organization that allowed me to keep doing that at Purdue. And thankfully I was able to find Agriculture Future of America, or AFA, where I could continue to be presented with opportunities and tools that I could add to my toolbox that will allow me to better prepare myself to be a leader and a positive representative for the agriculture industry in the future. AFA is very well known on Purdue's campus. We're actually one of the colleges across the whole nation that has the most delegates attend Leaders Conference every year, and that is just a testament to the high caliber of Purdue students, as well as how there have been quite a few faculty members within the College of Agriculture that have really championed AFA as an organization and as a great opportunity for, again, students to develop themselves as leaders and prepare for a future in the agricultural industry. And so it was, I think the first day I was on campus, probably, I either heard, or maybe even before the first day, I probably heard from Leanne Williams, my academic advisor, about AFA, and also other students. We do a lot of talking as well, and so we also encourage each other to take opportunities to better ourselves, and AFA was one of those that I was encouraged to partake in. My first year of involvement in AFA was when I was a freshman here at Purdue, and that year I was able to participate in track 2 of AFA Leaders Conference. And so the AFA Leaders Conference is designed and split into 4 tracks. So usually freshmen start in track 1, but I somehow ended up in track 2. So started in track 2, and each of those tracks have a theme of sorts that is concentrated on through the speakers and the presentations that students and delegates hear. And that theme is centered around kind of maybe the point in their lives that they're at, and what employers and industry partners have said is important for them to learn at that time, again, to ultimately make them a leader and a positive representative for the ag industry in the future. And so during track 2 of Leaders Conference, as a freshman, I learned all about communication. But I think one of the cooler things was that I was able to interact with other students and delegates, roughly 500 of them from across the nation. And while I was sitting at a table coming from a non-ag background but heavy involvement in FFA, there was someone sitting behind me from California and from a dairy farm there, which, you know, at that point, maybe I didn't even know that California had dairy farms. So it was neat to just be able to exchange and engage in conversation with my peers at not only that year and in track 2 of AFA Leaders Conference, but just throughout, as ultimately we're all going to be on the same team within the agricultural industry. Maybe we'll be working for competing companies, but yet we're still all wanting to just better the industry for the betterment of society, and that's what's really important. It is most oftentimes those outside of the classroom learning experiences that you really gain the most from. And AFA is a great example of that. And that comes from being able, like I said, to interact and engage in conversations and just learn about the backgrounds and lives of those from other parts of the country, but yet still in agriculture and with the same passion for the industry that I have. it really just widened my lens and my perspective to what's out there and what's outside of my small town and what's outside of Purdue's campus and what's outside of Indiana. And that is a very valuable lesson to learn, and it just makes, because I think because our generation, we are very much purpose driven, and we want to be a part of something that's a lot bigger than ourselves. And when our lens and our perspectives are widened through experiences such as AFA and study abroad and whatnot, we're able to see how we can be a part of something that's greater than ourselves, and that's what drives us, and that's what we want to do, and that's how we're going to be successful and beneficial to ag companies in the industry and to our world.